Guys, Johnny Somali, the most hated streamer, just pled guilty to 3 criminal charges in South Korea. This means he faces up to 10 years in prison. On top of that, he has other charges that he still needs to fight, but it gets worse. He showed up to court an hour late because he got drunk on his live stream the night before, and he said this.
When I go to the judge tomorrow and say, oh, I'm sorry, oh, I'm mentally ill, and they say, okay, go home with a fine of $500.
He's definitely gonna go to prison, but it's debatable for how long.
You ever seen someone so deep in their own ego that they actually record themselves committing crimes and still think they're untouchable? That's exactly what's happening with Johnny Somali, the self-destruct button of live stream culture. After months of chaos across South Korea, it's clear this isn't some tiny mistake or one bad night gone wrong. This man practically turned his downfall into a daily show. Johnny didn't just mess up once, he torched every bridge he could find. Every apology opportunity? Gone. Every ounce of sympathy? Burned to ash. What's wild is that he actually thinks he's still in control, even though the only thing he's controlling is how fast he's digging his own grave. And yes, he's live streaming the whole thing like it's entertainment. Now, reality's finally hitting him. Hard. His American passport might as well be a napkin at this point. Because when you spend an entire year disrespecting another country, mocking their culture, and acting like the rules don't apply to you, there's no charm or live stream clout that can save you. You can't just film yourself breaking laws and then plead not guilty like you're in a movie. That's not strategy, that's straight up madness. And now the numbers are coming back to haunt him. The man's staring down up to 12 years in a Korean prison. 12. That's not clickbait, that's cold reality. And get this, 6 of those charges he's already admitted to, because even his lawyer couldn't twist obstruction of business and public nuisance into some kind of edgy performance art. But here's where things really explode. Those last 2 deep fake charges, the ones he's still pleading not guilty to, while literally admitting he distributed the content? Yeah, that's the plot twist nobody saw coming. The deeper he talks, the deeper the hole gets, and the internet's watching every second of it. That's not a defense strategy. That's delusion dressed in a suit. His lawyer's probably sitting there like, how did I end up defending this guy? Because Johnny's turned what could have been a short sentence into a full-blown documentary on self-destruction. Every move he makes just makes things worse, like he's allergic to common sense. And let's be real, even if he tries to appeal, it won't be from the comfort of home. Nope. There's no VIP treatment, no fancy ankle monitor, no influencer house arrest deal. Just a cold concrete cell and 4 gray walls reminding him every day that consequences are real. Now, some headlines love to throw around that crazy 46 years number, but legal reports point to something closer to a 12-year max. Still, let's not pretend that's a walk in the park. A lot of people think he deserves even more time, and honestly, can you blame them? But here's the kicker. Johnny himself doesn't even sound confident he can handle it. He once admitted, I think if I get sent to prison again, and then just trailed off like even his brain refused to finish the sentence. Because deep down, he knows it. He's not built for that life. If he really ends up doing serious time, making it through those years will be its own kind of punishment. But it doesn't stop there. The courtroom's about to turn into a highlight reel of every awful decision he's ever made. Witnesses are lining up, and this list reads like the cast of his worst live streams. Up first, Bong Bong and Youngmin, both victims of his deepfake stunts. But the real shocker? Del Gun is stepping in to testify. Yes, that Del Gun. The Korean Navy SEAL who gave Johnny the viral punch heard around the world. Now imagine that. The same man who once knocked him out cold might just help knock him out legally too. The same guy Johnny snitched on the second things got real. Wild, right? This man built his whole persona around saying, I don't snitch, I stand on code, and yet the moment pressure hit, he folded faster than a cheap lawn chair. So much for that street code. Now, Del Gun gets to sit right there in court, look Johnny dead in the eyes, and tell the judge exactly what kind of man turns harassing women into live stream content. That's not edgy. That's disturbing. And here's the thing, Del Gun isn't just some random dude. He's a trained Korean Navy SEAL, someone who's literally survived underwater demolition missions. So Johnny's little online tantrums and Twitter meltdowns, they don't scare a man who's faced live explosives underwater. The irony is wild. The guy who once screamed about being untouchable is now completely exposed. Johnny built his entire brand off the idea that he always wins, that nothing can touch him, that no country's laws apply. He kept bragging about hopping borders like a glitch in the system. "I went to Japan, no problem," he said. Yeah, he conveniently forgot that the Yakuza chased him out of there and he had to flee to Thailand like a fugitive on the run. Then came South Korea, where he showed up acting like his American passport was some kind of superhero shield. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Within hours, he was harassing locals, crashing public events, and even playing North Korean propaganda on buses and subways. Who does that? He really thought he was untouchable, when in reality he was broadcasting a one-way trip straight to prison. And here's the part that blows minds. That same propaganda stunt? It's not just offensive, it's a potential national security violation. South Korea is still technically at war with the North, and Johnny was out here streaming that kind of material for views. You can't make this stuff up. The confidence? Through the roof? The awareness? Absolutely non-existent. Now he's sitting in a cell, realizing that all those tough guy live streams didn't make him powerful. They just made him a viral cautionary tale. At this point, you could say Johnny's got the survival instincts of a turkey on Thanksgiving. The man knew the laws. His own streams prove he literally researched what was legal and what wasn't. And then he went ahead and broke every single one of them on camera. That's not content creation. That's a live tutorial in self-incrimination. He didn't build a career. He built a case file for prosecutors with 4K footage and timestamps. But what really seals Johnny's fate isn't just the crimes, it's his complete lack of awareness and zero remorse. When he got his first day in court, that was his moment to chill out, apologize, maybe show some humility. That could have been his one tiny shot at mercy. But no, Johnny being Johnny showed up over an hour late, allegedly drunk, and then had the nerve to tell the judge, "You can suck my neck." Like, who does that? Tell a judge something like that in any country and you're basically begging for handcuffs. That's not bold, that's brainless. I don't even know what universe he thought that would end well in. Even Ice Poseidon, the guy who practically invented chaotic IRL streaming, wants nothing to do with him now. He straight up said, "Johnny made my life harder." I don't like him. I'd never help him when someone known for pushing every limit in the book publicly distances themselves from you. Yeah, that's a new level of disaster.
Have you personally spent thus far helping and supporting your friend?
Including
Legal fee, everything for Johnny.
legal fees? Yes.
And because of extra money you had to pay because of the inconvenience of Johnny there, over 10,000? Over
Yes.
20,000?
Close to it.
Close to $20,000.
Johnny's officially entered career suicide mode. There's no redemption arc waiting at the end of this mess. He's burned through every ounce of goodwill, every connection, and every dollar. And speaking of money, and say things are getting bleak fast. He's been stuck in South Korea for over a year now, chewing through whatever cash he had left while his income sources dried up faster than his reputation. No donations, no sponsors, no collaborations, just silence. Every stream that once paid his bills now just reminds people of how far he's fallen. The same audience that used to hype him up is now watching his downfall like a live series, waiting to see just how low he can go. Johnny's so-called friend Hank, the one who was covering his bills, just went public saying Johnny owes him 20 grand. Yeah, $20,000 gone, and now they're not even speaking. Imagine owing that kind of money to the only person still helping you, and then losing that support too. Now he's using borrowed cash to pay a lawyer to defend him against crimes he literally filmed himself committing. That's like paying someone to explain why you're drowning, while you're the one holding your own head underwater. Meanwhile, the Korean justice system isn't rushing or fumbling. They're methodically locking this case down. Every new court date, new charges drop because Johnny just can't stop snitching on himself. It's wild. Most people try to hide evidence, but this man creates it in 4K with commentary. He gives the prosecutors everything they need, time-stamped and edited. They don't even have to dig for clues. They just hit play and let his live streams do the talking. And the wildest part, he's paying legal fees to lose. Every dollar he spends just takes him one step closer to his own downfall. It's tragic and hilarious at the same time, like watching someone fight a mirror and lose. Now, that new documentary trailer about his downfall really ties everything together. Watching Johnny go from a wannabe IRL streamer trying to copy Ice Poseidon to a full-blown international incident feels unreal. It's like watching a speedrun of career destruction, one reckless stream at a time. He had so many chances to stop, to apologize, to show growth, but instead, he went all in on chaos. He doubled down on every mistake, twisted every consequence into a plot against him, and convinced himself he was the victim of his own actions. The denial is honestly next level. And now you can see it in his face. In recent court appearances, Johnny finally looks defeated. No more flashy outfits or cocky smirks. He's actually showing up dressed properly, probably realizing this isn't content anymore. This is real life. But at this stage, it's just too little, too late. The damage is done, the bridges are ashes, and the story that used to be his content has turned into his own undoing. The damage is done. The witnesses are ready, the footage is undeniable, and Johnny's standing in the middle of a storm he built himself. His lawyer's last-ditch move? Trying to argue that Johnny didn't make the deep fakes, he only shared them. That's like saying, I didn't rob the bank, I just drove the getaway car. Technically different, but legally, it changes nothing. The judge won't care who pressed the upload button. The outcome's the same, and here's where it gets poetic. His next big court date is set for October 29th, the one-year anniversary of Del Gunn's legendary punch. You couldn't script a more ironic moment. The same punch that sent him viral is now marking the moment he could lose everything for good. It's like karma decided to throw a full-circle party, and Johnny's the main guest of honor. For a year, he acted like he could outsmart the law, outlast the system, and outtalk accountability. But now he's backed into a corner, facing consequences live and in HD. What makes it worse is his ego. The same confidence that built his reckless image is now destroying him. He's still refusing plea deals that could have cut his time drastically because deep down, he still believes he's the exception, not the example. So when people ask, will Johnny Somali ever come home? The answer isn't just probably not. The real question is, why would he even want to? He's scorched every bridge he ever crossed, alienated every friend, and turned his own name into a walking cautionary tale. Even if he does his time and gets deported, what's waiting for him? No fan base, no crew, no second chance. Just the label of being the American who got humbled by the Korean justice system and cried about it online. That's not redemption. That's reputation death. The man who once bragged about being untouchable is now learning the hard way that no one's above consequences. Especially when the whole world watched you dig your own grave in real time. And now, with the trial days away, the internet's holding its breath, not out of sympathy, but out of pure disbelief at how far Johnny's fallen. Every clip, every stream, every meltdown is resurfacing, painting a timeline of someone who went from cocky entertainer to public enemy #1. What was once content is now evidence, and what used to be fans are now spectators waiting for the final verdict like it's a live event. Social media's eating it up. Comment sections are packed with people saying things like, "This is karma" in HD, and "he asked for this." And honestly, they're not wrong. The world's not just watching a case, they're watching the end of an era for toxic IRL streaming, the kind built on chaos, disrespect, and fake bravado. Johnny didn't just ruin his own career, he might have buried an entire style of streaming with him. Even people who once defended him are switching sides. Former collaborators are scrubbing old videos, deleting DMs, pretending they never knew him. The silence from his circle says it all. No one's riding for Johnny anymore. It's like the internet collectively decided to ghost him, and that digital isolation might hit harder than any prison sentence ever could. Meanwhile, Korean authorities aren't rushing to wrap this up. They're treating his case as an example, a message to anyone who thinks they can show up in another country and mock the culture for clicks. Every new report, every official statement feels like another nail in his online coffin. They're building precedent, not just punishment. And here's the part that really stings. Johnny once said, "I can't be canceled if I don't care." But now he's finding out that you don't have to care for the world to move on without you. His views have vanished, his name's become a warning, and his legacy is being rewritten as one of the biggest downfalls in internet history. From the bright lights of live stream fame to the cold silence of a jail cell, this is what happens when clout blinds common sense. No matter how loud he screams innocence, the echoes of his own content tell a story the judge won't ignore. And this time, there's no camera he can hide behind, no content spin to save him, just consequences waiting to be served. That's a permanent reminder of how far someone can fall when they mistake chaos for clout. Johnny Somali didn't just ruin his image, he destroyed his own life for content that nobody even wanted to see. All those stunts, all that fake confidence, it's gone, replaced with the cold truth that actions always come with consequences. He's not just facing prison time, he's facing reality. The kind that no camera can filter or edit. The kind that strips away the character and leaves only the person behind it, scared, exposed, and out of options. For so long, Johnny thought being American made him untouchable, like his passport could erase any wrongdoing. But now, he's finding out the hard way that privilege has limits, and arrogance has a price. He gambled his freedom thinking the game was rigged in his favor. But the thing about gambling, the house always wins. And in Korea, the house doesn't just win, it takes everything you've got and still makes you pay interest on the lesson. Every clip, every insult, every moment he thought made him powerful has come full circle to humble him beyond repair. It's poetic, it's brutal, and it's all self-inflicted. Now, Johnny's name isn't attached to success or fame anymore, it's attached to a warning. A reminder that no matter how loud you are online, real life always catches up. You can mock, you can troll, you can stream your downfall in 4K, but eventually, reality hits harder than any viral punch ever could.
So as this saga finally reaches its end, remember this. Fame without respect isn't power. It's a countdown, and Johnny just ran out of time.
If you enjoyed this breakdown and you want to keep up with the wildest celebrity scandals, the biggest internet downfalls, and the most jaw-dropping drama, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next deep dive. And before you go, check out the next video popping up on your screen. Trust me, it's another wild story you won't want to miss. See you in the next one.